Okay, so it's raining today, but I had already scheduled for this time for me to work in the garden, so I didn't book any clients. Today I'm going to use some twine and some screws and a screwdriver or a drill, and I'm going to make or grid out two of my beds, the two that I'm going to plant in first. I'll probably, the larger bed in the front, which is a 5x10, and the 4x8s that has the two trellises coming out of them, because in between the two arc trellises, I'm going to plant some carrots. So those are going to go in the ground whenever I can get a clear day. And then the large bed is going to have my greens, some lettuce maybe, if I can fit them in there. It depends on how many seeds germinate. And my peppers and tomatoes. The other beds are going to have like green beans, squash, zucchini, melons, and stuff that I'm not going to plant out until June, May, or April. I don't know. That rooster. I have to get my calendar whenever it comes. But the two beds that I did the grid for is going to be for the transplants I'm going to put in for the tomatoes and the peppers after the first frost in April. And then the carrots are going to go in now. I live next to a military base, so there's always shooting and cannons. And then the rooster. There's just so much noise in my background. But it's still, I like this rainy day. I don't like that I can't do what I want to do in the garden, but I like it's peaceful. He's being ridiculous. It's probably because I'm talking. He was quiet until I started talking. Okay, let's get started. So I've already drilled or pre-drilled some holes 12 inches apart all around the box. I used measuring tape to measure them out. And now I'm going back and putting in some wood screws. I'm not screwing it all the way down, leaving about a 1/4 of an inch to a 1/2 inch, I can't really remember, left, so that I can wrap the twine around the screws as I'm going across the bed. So I found some twine in my garage that I already had. It was just a cotton blend, which is fine for me because I knew that I will possibly be moving and won't need this to last multiple seasons. And it was no need for me to go out and purchase something that was going to last if I wasn't going to need it. But I did read that you would want to get something other than cotton if you plan on having this last a few years. So I started the grid by tying the twine around the first screw along the 8-foot side of the box, and then taking it across the bed to the screw that is directly across from it, stretching it to the one beside it, and then bringing it back across the bed. I did this all the way down the length of the box, and then as I got to the end, I cut it and tied it off. I then attached the twine to the screw that was along the 4-foot side of the bed and did the same thing going across that one to the one directly across from it and back down. After this was completed, it formed perfect squares, which helped with the spacing of each seed that I sowed. In this particular bed, I am going to sow some carrot seeds in the middle of the two arc trellis that I have up. And so this will help me to sow as many seeds as I can in that small space.